The world judges by the calendar. They see the same cycle, the clock in, the routine commute, the predictable evening. To the outside observer, your life is a blueprint of the ordinary. Yet beneath the surface of the mundane, you are strategically deploying resources. You are securing a legacy of control that will be felt, not seen. Machiavelli defined this as the ultimate advantage, the principle of the hidden hand. It is the discipline of appearing harmless while your real strength consolidates. He reminded us that a ruler should be feared more than loved, but must never attract hatred. In our context, this means you construct your prosperity in silence, without provoking the opposition of envy, and without broadcasting your decisive moves. Let your results speak for you later. Every man who is truly ascended, from the Renaissance financiers to today's titans, has mastered this doctrine. The Medici, for instance, disguised their dynasty as mere humble bankers. Their ledgers were quiet, but behind the numbers, they governed elections, art, and even military conflicts. The most dangerous power is the one that no one suspects. That is the fortress you must build, the quiet architect, the invisible force, the man no one truly notices until his influence is absolute. The first strategic command is to embrace the camouflage. Your outer life must remain stable and unremarkable. Men confuse symbols for substance. Let the crowd chase the expensive symbols. Drive the car that blends in. Dress for comfort, not to impress. When fortune smiles, do not flaunt it. Reinvest it. Every time you announce a win, you awaken envy. Attention is the enemy of accumulation. When you get a raise, resist the urge to upgrade your lifestyle. The masses spend new money. The strategist redirects it. Keep your exterior constant while your inner world compounds. Every dollar you save from display is another soldier in your private army of capital. Machiavelli observed that fortune only yields to bold and decisive action. Today, that action is not loud, but strategic. The second law is to deploy your forces before they decay. Money left idle is like a garrison without a mission. It weakens, eats resources, and loses its edge. Inflation is the silent thief. The powerful know this. They move capital constantly into assets of ownership, anything that multiplies while they sleep. You must train yourself to assign a purpose to every dollar. The moment it arrives, it should already have a destination: real estate, index funds, private ventures. The goal is not to hoard, but to deploy. The powerful circulate their cash and watch it return multiplied. The key is precision, not speed. Do not build on the crowd. Do not chase speculative noise. The strategist invests. The masses gamble. It is not just about your money. It is about your attention. Every moment wasted on comparison or digital noise is energy lost from creation. Machiavelli insisted on isolation for clarity. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command himself. The third rule is strategic inertia. Embrace financial silence, social silence, and mental silence. The moment you broadcast your ambitions, you invite resistance. Your power shrinks in proportion to your exposure. Ask yourself, are you building quietly or performing loudly? The dreamer seeks validation. The strategist seeks victory. The fourth law is to eliminate dead time and dead money. Cash sitting dormant in your account is an army asleep in the field. It weakens. The shrewd man immediately converts liquid cash into appreciating leverage, property, income-generating businesses, production tools, anything that generates power while his hands are still. Study the rhythm of the financial elite. When they receive capital, they redeploy it before it collects dust. They follow the rhythm. No dead money, no dead time. Machiavelli warned that the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. You must be both, a fox to recognize traps, and a lion to frighten wolves. The fifth rule is the balance of strength in execution and stealth in exposure. This is where digital silence becomes your advantage. Disappear from the digital battlefield where everyone is performing. Visibility attracts weakness. Every boast, every display of progress is an open door for envy or theft. The powerful operate like shadows behind the curtain, shielded by NDAs and corporate structures. They understand that when people cannot measure your wealth, they cannot manipulate you. The wise man does at once what the fool does at last. The sixth law is to automate your conquest. True strategy is patience through automation. Forget speculation. Build through systems. Index funds, ETFs, recurring investments. When you automate, you create a financial army that marches without your command. Your money works in silence, buying pieces of the empire while you sleep. The market rewards consistency more than cleverness. The average man scrolls for excitement. The elite engineer boredom into profit. A ruler with one fortress is vulnerable. A ruler with many cannot be overthrown. The seventh law is to build multiple fortresses. You must never tie your survival to one income stream. Dependence is weakness disguised as security. Every paycheck you earn should be planting seeds for another stream. Digital assets, consulting, a rental unit, each one a tributary feeding your private river of wealth. One income is survival, many are sovereignty. The eighth law is to fortify your empire with legal structure. In our age, the fortress is the LLC, the trust, the corporate veil. The act is shields between your wealth and the eyes that hunger for it. The rich build labyrinths of ownership so complex that even their enemies cannot find the door. When you buy property, form a separate entity for each. You fortify, not because you expect an attack, but because you prepare for it. The Machiavellian mind assumes betrayal as a rule of nature. Talk less. Every time you speak of your plans, you surrender a piece of your leverage. The final law is the discipline of adaptation. Power is not a possession, it is a process. The moment you stop learning, your empire begins to decay. Your real power comes from information, not image. Study constantly. Read what others overlook. Learn the laws of money and the cycles of markets. Quiet knowledge compounds faster than capital. The market rewards consistency more than cleverness. Money doesn't make you powerful. How you wield it does. The most powerful men often look ordinary. The true strategist doesn't need recognition. Your strength lies in knowing your independence cannot be threatened and your peace cannot be bought. To the world, you are the man who goes to work, lives simply, but behind closed doors, you are orchestrating your own dynasty. When you give, do it in secret. When you win, stay grounded. The more you rise, the less the world should know about it. The less they see, the more secure your reign becomes. The curb appeal of wealth, the luxury, the spectacle, is the bait. The real treasure is the quiet sovereignty behind closed doors. Build it. Guard it. Let no one see how deep it runs. Subscribe from Mastery. Fortune favors those who understand her.